I maintain that seduction or exciting people or persuading them is a game of absence and presence. So if you're continually present, if you're so obvious, if you're always in people's face, you give them no room to use their imagination to think, oh, Robert might be this very exciting, mysterious person. You're so in their face, they have no room to imagine. They just see who you are. If you step back and you're not there so often, if instead of being seen every day, you're seen.
That's the thing, right? It truly has nothing to do with changing your personality. It has nothing to do with being more interesting. It has all to do with you giving people some freaking space to breathe. It really has to do with that. But when you feel insecure, the natural tendency is to do more. The natural tendency is to try to say this or try to say that. And most people, their tendency is never to just lean back and wait, lean back and disappear. Donald Trump did that after the insurrection. Up until 2023, if you notice, Trump barely said anything. And then he came back with force, right? Absence and presence. If Trump would have kept talking shit throughout Joe Biden's presidency, people would have gotten a little bit tired. But he understood to shut the hell up and come back when it's time to talk, right? And so many of us equate our value with presence, when in reality, most of your value is felt in your absence, not in your presence, right? And it's very counterintuitive to what people might want to tell you.
Every other day or every 3 days. You give space for the imagination to imagine. Maybe this person is actually quite interesting. You make them think about you when you're not there. And as they think about you, they start idealizing, they start imagining qualities that maybe aren't there. But if you're too absent, if you're there only once a week, for instance, then people might start forgetting about you. So you have to know how to play that game of back and forth, absence and presence. I maintain.
Yeah, you can't be too absent, because then the emotional connection is not developed. But you can't be too present, because then that means that the emotional connection will be tainted by way too much presence. And that's a thing. Being too present is a thing.
That seduction.
He treats you like you're nothing, so become nothing to him. Disappear from that man's life. He clearly thinks you're forgettable, so forget about him. Make yourself a distant memory to that man, because you will no longer be a presence in his life. Walk away from any situation that is not serving you. Walk away from any person that does not value you. Stop giving away your attention and time.
Yeah, people say, Father Alex, how do I raise my value? Walk away. But if I walk away, he'll fucking leave me. Well, walk away. If your value raises when you walk away, that means they'll come after you when you walk away. But it's just insecurity that when you hear this method, most people just feel insecure because it goes against their natural tendency.
Time at a deeply discounted price of free $99. They don't have to put in any effort. They don't have to put in any time to get your attention. Walk away, disappear, prove to yourself that you deserve better treatment than what you are allowing to happen in your life. And when you do, your self-love, your self-respect will skyrocket, because now that you've removed yourself from that situation, you've opened up your life to amazing opportunities, amazing relationships, people who will truly value you and feel blessed to have you in their life. Remind yourself who you are.
That's the thing, man, is that too many people are so used to being around people that that don't value them, that they think it's normal. It's like you have to feel like you deserve better. Like, really. You have to literally feel it in your gut that you deserve better. It cannot be a thought. It cannot be it has to be a feeling, a sensation. I deserve better. And that's going to drive you. I'm like, yo, I'm not going to let you enjoy me, because I'm letting someone who's beneath me enjoy me. Why? What makes you beneath me? Because you just don't value me. That's why.
That you are that girl, that you do not deserve to be at the bottom of anybody's totem pole. No. As soon as someone shows you that they do not value your
Alex, stop being on the phone. Wait, hey, calm the hell down. All right, I'm working on some things of this video. Jesus Christ, Melissa.
Walk away. Leave them all the way alone.
And that's the thing, right? Is that this is the last thing people want to do. when you really like someone. It's what you have to do.
He
Sometimes your value isn't seen until your absence is felt. If you don't respect my
Hey, keep looking at that. What the fuck? What's up with that look? Like a little bitty look. Like, come on, buddy.
presence, then you're gonna feel my distance. Because I refuse to keep myself in environments where I'm not appreciated.
First of all, does this guy have a dirty lip gloss on? Jesus Christ. This guy has lip gloss on. And it's shining too. Towards the light. Up in that direction. Next time he's gonna ask for some breast milk.
So if you don't see my value, that's cool. Just know that I'm gonna go surround myself with people that will. Sometimes your value isn't seen until your absence is felt.
We use absence sometimes because we have this wrong impression that presence, being constantly present, is what makes somebody kind of fall in love and want us. But actually, it's a step of absence that creates that. So if in like a love situation...
Isn't that crazy, right? It's not that your presence makes somebody fall in love. It's that it prepares. It's the source material for love. It's like preparing the ingredients. Marinating your meat for a few days, right? Putting everything together, prepping. Once everything's prepped, once everything is in the plate, then you put that in the oven. The heat in this occasion is a space, is the absence. But it's proper time where they start to expect you. They start to expect to see you tomorrow. Then you pull away, and that's how that works. Your absence then is going to revive the self that they've gotten used to in you. It's going to revive it in their minds. And usually, anytime the mind mimics something from reality, it's usually more exaggerated and more grandiose, more crazy, which makes people fall in love with you a little bit harder.
Situation, if you don't return the phone call right away or the text, and a day goes by, they start to think about you. And in that process of thinking about you, they start fantasizing and wondering. And
right. So remember, they really like you, or they have an affinity for you. You pull away. All of a sudden, now they're going to start to think of you. But now their thoughts are laced with insecurity. Their thoughts are laced with mystery. The quality of the thoughts that arises in your absence will be enough for them to fall in love. Your absence will do the dirty work for you. Let your absence do the dirty work for you, people. That's pretty much all I want you guys to understand. In fact, let your absence do the dirty work for you, right? That's what you got to do, people. It's really, but the problem is that your insecurities will cause you to panic at the thought of applying this strategy.
you know, that's the powerful position that you have if you use absence. Napoleon had this idea to the effect of, if I appear every day at the theater in Paris, people don't respect me. Oh, king is the emperor's there. Okay. But if I only show up at the theater once a month, it becomes an event. And people start talking about me and thinking about me. So use absence sometimes, because we have this wrong impression that presence, being constantly present, is what makes somebody fall in love and want us. But actually, it's a step of absence that creates that. If in like a love situation, if you don't return the phone call right away or the text, and a day goes by, they start to think about.
If they don't appreciate your presence, gift them with your absence. Law number 16 in the 48 Laws of Power, use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much circulation makes...
Honestly, I love seeing a Black woman reading that book, because it's truly a source of power. Too many women are way too forgiving, way too freaking Teletubby-ish. And I think that the more minorities read this book, the more things get equaled out in society. So whenever I see a Latina, a Black woman, any of those two reading it, because, you know, we're the minorities. Oh my God, it's gay. Shut up, Melissa. It makes me happy, because that's something that is necessary.
the price go down. If you make yourself too available, they will not value you. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about and even more admired. You must learn when to leave. Create value through scarcity. That could be with a group of friends, in a relationship, in a situationship. If they think you're always going to be around, why would they put an effort to keep you? One of my favorite quotes from here is, absence diminishes minor passions and inflames great ones, as the wind douses a candle and fans a fire. So if you say, oh, what if I leave and then I don't hear from him again? It's because he was not the one. It's always better for trash to take itself out, so they did you a favor. But if you actually mean something to them, they will feel your absence and they will miss you. Another one of my favorite quotes.
Only someone who likes you will feel your absence. Plain and simple. If they don't feel your absence, they didn't like you from the beginning.
Here, the sun, it can only be appreciated by its absence. The longer the days of rain, the more the sun is craved. But too many hot days and the sun overwhelms. Learn to keep yourself obscure and make people demand your return.
God damn! Jesus, let me get my stick. That was wild as hell.
Make yourself too available and the aura of power you have created around yourself will wear away. Turn the game around. Make yourself less accessible and you will increase the value of your presence. So there you go. If you need another sign to just disappear when you feel like you're not being appreciated, absence.
And look, sometimes you got to do that with your own family. Your own family be tripping sometimes. This is not just for your partners. This is for anything. Political figures. For example, Kamala better disappear. If she wants to run again, disappear your ass. Do some Houdini ass shit, right? And that's the power of your absence, which will naturally amplify your presence. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. If your absence is felt, your presence will be felt. Plain and simple. Bar none. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to myfullattraction.org.